On the Democratic side, it's all about Hillary Clinton. She's been drawing criticism over certain donations to her family's charitable foundation. And in an NBC News exclusive, Bill Clinton is answering those critics. NBC's Cynthia McFadden went one-on-one with the former president. Cynthia, good morning to you.
Good morning from Nairobi, Matt. As Hillary Clinton's campaign for the White House intensifies, so does the criticism of the foundation that bears her name, that of her husband and her daughter. She stepped down from her role at the foundation when she announced she was running, but some have questioned whether her independence was compromised by the foundation's large foreign donors. I've come to Africa to see the work of the foundation and to talk to Bill Clinton about the criticism. Former President Bill Clinton is making no apologies as he tours some of the African programs his foundation has raised billions to help fund.
I don't think there's anything sinister in trying to get wealthy people and countries that are seriously involved in development to spend their money wisely in a way that helps poor people and lifts them up. I don't think there's anything bad with that. I think it's good.
But his wife's run for president has triggered a new level of scrutiny and criticism.
There has been a very deliberate attempt to take the foundation down. And there is almost no new fact that's known now that wasn't known when she ran for president the first time.
He tells me 90% of the donors give $100 or less, but it's who's giving the big money that's causing the headache. Over half of the donors giving $5 million or more are foreign, many of them foreign governments. Under mounting pressure, the foundation recently announced it will only take money from 6 Western countries. Is that an acknowledgement that it was a mistake not to stop the other foreign donations before your wife ran for president?
No, absolutely not. It's an acknowledgement that we're going to come as close as we can during her presidential campaign to following the rules we followed when she became Secretary of State.
He defended the $10 to $25 million given by Saudi Arabia.
I don't think that I did anything that was against the interests of the United States.
Do you understand, though, that the perception itself is a problem?
No.
You don't?
No. Look, I don't want to get into the weeds here. I'm not responsible for anybody else's perception. I asked Hillary about this, and she said, you know, no one's ever tried to influence me by helping you. No one has even suggested they have a shred of evidence to that effect.
But even while the criticism at home rumbles, the heartwarming stories here in Africa are undeniable. Like here at the Starkey Hearing Foundation program, where 150 children and adults will get hearing aids today. You look like you know what you're doing, Mr. President.
He's done this many times.
I've done these in Uganda, Zambia.
This little boy will hear for the first time.
Good?
Okay. Much of the work is far from glamorous. At a clinic in Nairobi, Chelsea Clinton witnessed the use of a zinc and rehydration packet to treat the second leading killer of children, diarrhea. You guys bought 1 million of these.
We did. We bought 1 million, which we donated to the government.
There's never been anything like the Clinton Global Initiative where you raised over $100 billion worth of stuff that's helped 430 million people in 180 countries.
If he's troubled by the controversy swirling back at home, there is no indication of it here. These are some of Nairobi's poorest kids. A sampling of the 10,000 who are now attending high school, thanks to commitments made through the Clinton Global Initiative.
For my dream is now real.
The program has been a whopping success. 98% graduate, 94% go on to college. In Africa, he's greeted as if he's still president. And if you close your eyes, you might think you're right back on the campaign trail as he tries to shrink the gulf between himself and regular folks.
When I was born, my mother was a widow. I once lived on a farm that had no indoor toilet.
You certainly didn't grow up wealthy, but you've become a wealthy man.
I have. I had, yes, and one of the most amusing things of all is everybody saying, well, how can Hillary possibly relate to the currents of middle-class America because now we have money? I mean, it's laughable. It's okay if you inherit your money, apparently, then you can help people. I'm grateful for our success, but let me remind you, when we moved into the White House, we had the lowest net worth of any family since Harry Truman.
When you left, you had $14 million in legal bills.
Or more. That's okay, we paid them. And we've been very fortunate.
Over the years, he's made a lot of money giving speeches. While his wife was Secretary of State, he gave 11 of them, which paid him $500,000 or more.
I give 10% of my revenue off the top every year to the foundation. And Hillary, in the years she was there, gave 17. Over the last 15 years, I've taken almost no capital gains.
But why
And I've
do
given
it, Mr.
10% more
President?
to pay my bills, and because in the
Regular working
why-
Americans look and say,
wait a minute,
$500,000 for a
why do
speech?
it? Well, why shouldn't it's the most independence I can get. I don't, if I had a business relationship with somebody, they would have a target on their back from the day they did business with me till the end. Any kind of disclosure is a target. But it looks bad. There's no facts, of course, but it looks bad. The people, I work hard on this. I spend a couple hours a day just doing the research. People like to hear me speak, and I have turned down a lot of them. If I think there's something wrong with it, I don't take it, and I do disclose who gave them to me so people can make up their own
So
mind.
she's now running for president. Will you continue to give speeches?
Oh yeah,
For plenty.
I got to pay our bills.
If your wife is elected president, will you step down from the foundation?
Well, I'll decide it. If it's the right thing to do, I will.
Why might you step down if she were elected president?
Well, I might if I were asked to do something in the public interest that I had an obligation to do. Or I might take less of an executive role. I mean, I work at this and I'm involved in this, you can see. So I might do that. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Until then, there are many more people to help and lots more money to raise. Bill Clinton says he trusts the American people to see the good work the foundation has done for 15 years and to realize the criticism is political. He's off to Liberia today to meet with Ebola survivors and to see the work of the foundation there. Matt?
All right, Cynthia McFadden, thank you. A very candid interview with former President Bill Clinton. She'll have more of that interview with President Clinton tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.